Oh, hello. Yes, just a very, very quick update on the video I made yesterday about the murder of David Amess. I said in that video that I reckoned that the British media would be very pleased about the fact that the person who's the suspect is from a Muslim background, shall we say, and that they would frame the debate in and around that issue rather than sort of much, much wider issues, which in many ways I feel are more important, about the nature of political discourse in this country and the way it's shaped by the media. And sure enough, watching Christo on Talk Radio this morning, or listening to it as I was at work, that was exactly what was going on. He was joined by Emily Carver, who basically is just an affiliate to the Conservative Party, if you like. Anyway, yes, and between them, they were most insistent, no, you mustn't be, we mustn't look at this. This isn't a wider issue, despite some people are pushing that. Yeah, mustn't do that. And unless it's Angela Rayner calling the Conservative Party scum, in which case that's bad. But just that, we need to focus on the fact that this guy was Muslim and what are we going to do about it. Yeah, fine. Except if you actually sort of like watch, I'm not suggesting you watch all 3 hours of it, but you can dip in and out of it. Christo took a couple of calls from, basically blokes called Dave in somewhere like Rotherham or whatever it might be. And they were of the opinion that the problem is brown-skinned people who are Muslims because we know what they're like. I'm paraphrasing, but effectively that's what the calls were. Lots of quite racist comments, because Christo, I don't know why, for some reason allows comments on his show. And I just thought there was an interesting juxtaposition between the two of those. At one point, Christo actually has to sort of say to his audience, look, if you want us to stay on air in order to talk about these type of things, we have to, number one, abide by Ofcom rules, and number two, abide by YouTube rules. In other words, you're being extremely racist. There's a juxtaposition there, which I think is really, really interesting. Yeah, our audience wants to be as racist as they can be, but we're not. What we're going to say is, no, we mustn't indulge in divisive politics. That's where the audience is for Talk Radio. That's exactly what they do, and they will forever skate around this issue. Yeah. Actually, at one point, they were bemoaning a particular person on Twitter because, he's just doing it for the clicks and the publicity and presumably, the money, if you like. And I thought, well, that's an interesting perspective from Talk Radio and Emily Carver and the rest. Anyway, yeah, I just thought it was interesting the way that that debate is now very, very much being framed. And we are going to lose sight of lots of things, of course, apart from one or two quiet voices out here in nowhere land. Right, have a good evening.